Hi guys, in this video we're gonna build a simple custom dialog, so I just want to give you a quick demo of what we're gonna build before we start. So we have the main screen here with a text view and a button. When we click the button we get a dialog window. Let's enter some password. Let's click to confirm and we display the password on the main screen. Okay guys, before we start, make sure you add data binding to your build.gradle file. And now let's start it. Let's begin with changing the main layout. We're gonna have here a text view where we're gonna display the password and a button to show our dialog. So let's add a layout tag to be able to use the data binding. And after that we're going to change constraint layout to relative layout. And delete the constraints because we don't need them anymore. Let's change the text to password. And the text size is gonna be 18 SP. Now let's give an ID. Let's say text view. Now I'm going to have a button here, so button, wrap content. Let's give an ID btn. Let's give it some text. Let's say click. Now let's put the text view in the middle. Center in parent, set it to true. Now let's do the same for the button. Layout below and put it below the text view. And let's center it horizontally, so center horizontal, true. Okay, now let's build our project and see how it looks like. This is our main screen with text view and button. We can click the button. So now let's make a layout for our custom dialog. So let's go to the resource package, select the layout folder and click new, layout resource file, and let's call it dialog layout. And let's also add a layout tag over here so we can also use the data binding. Okay, in our dialog we are going to have a title, subtitle, and a password area where we can enter the password. And also we're going to have a confirm button, so let's build it. Let's add a text view, match parent, wrap content, the text is gonna be sign in required. Let's change the text size to 16 SP and let's add margin to 16 dp. Let's also put the text in the middle, so text alignment center, and also let's uppercase the letters. And also let's change the font family to sans serif medium. Now let's copy the text view and put it here. Let's remove the margin top, and also we don't need this anymore. And also let's remove the font family attribute and change the text to enter password. Let's also change the text color of the both text views. Okay, this one is going to be black, and this one is going to be dark gray. Now let's have an edit text. Match parent, wrap content. Let's give it an ID password view. Now let's add some margins on the left and the right sides, about 16 dp. Let's change the input type to text password, and for the hint, let's say password. Now let's create a Java class file. New Java class. Let's call it custom dialog. This class is gonna extend dialog fragment. We're also gonna have here public interface. Public interface on click listener. We're gonna have one method on click, and it's gonna take one parameter. Now let's have some private fields here. Dialog layout binding, and the second one is gonna be our interface. Now let's generate a setter for on-click listener, and let's override a method on create dialog. Now we need to get activity, so activity, get activity. Now let's check if activity is not now. And if it's not now, we're gonna inflate our layout. So data binding.inflate. And for the first parameter, we're gonna pass layout inflator. For the second one, we're gonna pass our dialog layout and parent now, and attach to parent false. Now we need to create alert dialog builder. Builder, new alert dialog builder, and it takes activity as a parameter. Now let's set view, builder.setView, and we're gonna pass here the root view of our dialog layout. Let's also add a button. So builder.setPositive button. And for the first parameter, I'm gonna write confirm. And for the second one, I'm gonna pass a lambda function. And in this lambda function, I'm gonna use our interface on click listener dot on click. And now we need to get a text from our edit text. So binding dot password view dot get text dot toString. Now we need to create a dialog from our builder, so builder dot create, and we return it. Okay, now let's move to main activity. We're gonna have a few private fields here. The first one is main activity binding, and the second one is gonna be our custom dialog. Now let's remove set content view, and instead we're gonna write binding data binding utils set content view, this, and the second parameter is our layout, main activity layout. Now let's create our dialog, so dialog new custom dialog, and now let's set on click listener. It takes a lambda function, and in this lambda function we're gonna change the text view text, so text view set text, and we're gonna pass our password. Now let's add on click listener to our button, so btn dot set on click listener. It also takes a lambda function, and here we're gonna simply call our dialog, and we pass fragment manager here, and for the second parameter I'm gonna write custom dialog. Now let's test it out. Okay, let's click the button and enter some password. Now let's click to confirm, and we can see the password. Let's do one more time. Password. Click to confirm, and this is our password. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope the video is gonna be useful for someone. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.